Feel like I'm falling. It feel like I'm falling.
So let me start with an apology. We're starting the show about 90 minutes later than anticipated. But I'll be straight with your family. I had a family issue come up inside the household that I had to address before we did anything else. Family comes first before anything else. Business is to support family, right? So family comes first. So it was unavoidable. It was unpredictable. It's just something that came up at about 7:15 a.m. this morning. I had to address it. It took me some time. My apologies, but I'm still committed to give you a good show today. We'll probably go over 10 a.m. if you're cool with that. I know, there's other shows that start and come on or whatever, but we got something special here. So I want to make sure I put that out there up front and center so everybody knew. Good morning to you. It's the Nathan Ivey Show, Cincinnati's most dangerous and informative podcast. It's got a duality to it. Why are we dangerous? We dangerous because we are completely unfiltered. CDM is home to the most unfiltered black voices in the greater Cincinnati area and beyond, period. The hosts on Say the CDM say exactly what they want to say with no filter on whatever the issues are. All very intelligent people, very sharp and well prepared, but that's a little unusual. When you're working in corporate media, you got to deal with the corporate structure. It's all good, though. Everybody has a role to play. That's the role that we play here with CDM, Sin Digital Media. Good morning to you. Welcome back to the show, everybody. How are you? Aside from, and again, we worked everything out. Everybody's good. You don't have to inundate me with a lot of messages. Everybody's good over here. We living good. We eating good. We feeling good. We are good. But, Daddy got to do what Daddy got to do. Sometimes Daddy got to step in and handle a business. So it is what it is. And you know me, I love doing the show every single day. For those who might be checking us for the first time, this is actually my home studio. It looks a little bit cluttered. I'm a plant person. You can see a bunch of plants around me. I love plants. There's a plant there. There's a plant over there. There's plants all through the house. I'm a plant person, and I like plants. I like to see something that's alive in the studio. I'm thinking about getting me a little aquarium, like a little fish tank. Put that in here as well, just to add to the ambiance. I might put it over here. You can see little fish. I'm a fish person. That's about as far as I'll go with the animals. Anything other than that, it becomes way too much work. Look at this sweater. It's a little chilly in here. Look at this sweater, man. Shit, I'm dropping LBs. This used to fit me kind of snug. Now it's big. Look at all these creases and shit. It'll work for this morning, but damn, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a whole new wardrobe. I'm not done. I will not stop until I reach. Say it with me. I will not stop until I reach my goals. Say it with me. I will not stop until I reach my goals. Nothing will stop me. I don't care what happens. I will not stop. I'm 100% focused on the mission. Y'all will see real soon. We will not stop until we get to the mountaintop. I don't care what I have to do. I will not stop. Say it with me. So I got my mission. Everybody's got something they building. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You got dreams about where you want to take your business. Say it with me. I will not stop until I accomplish my goals, period. And I don't give a damn what happens between now and then. That's exactly what's going to happen. Got to say it with me. You got to manifest this every single morning. That's why I love to get up early in the morning. I've been up, honestly, since about 4:30. Got it in this morning. I'm looking for, and shout out to all the people, man. I love Facebook. I love Facebook. Facebook, what's up, Medium Buddha? You want to come in and say hello? Come and say hello. She brushing her teeth, but she can say hello nonetheless. Say hello to the peoples. Yeah, that's Medium Buddha. I'm very proud of her. She on her way to work today. She got a job. I can't wait to get your paycheck. We get 40%. Raise your hand if when you got your first job, your mom took like half of it. My mom did. She's like, boy, you got to pay. That's single mother, man. It is what it is. Single mother. We was on welfare. I'll tell you straight up now. Back in the day, I have feelings about it, but now it just built character. It made me a much stronger man. Oh, come on in here. 40% goes to the house. 40% goes to the house.
Funny joke.
Okay. 45% goes to the house. See how this goes? You want to keep negotiating? I didn't think so. 47% goes to the house. She talking about. She got all this free Wi-Fi. She got an iPhone, clothes, J's. She got J's, y'all. She got J's. I don't even have no damn J's. She got J's. Mom and dad working hard for her. Eating salmon and shrimp, steak, red potatoes. She had red potatoes last night. Guess who cooked them? Me. All that good avocado oil on there. We weren't using no canola oil. Avocado oil. And got the nerve to talk about dad. Girl, please. Going to summer camp. That's doing all kind of shit. We drive her to and from work. 47% pay. Got to teach these kids. Oh, boy. Good morning to you. 513. Again, it builds character. The way I grew up, it builds character. I'm going to say it from the front. If you're tuning into the show for the first time, because we have picked up a lot of new subscribers on YouTube and also on TuneIn and Spreaker as well. If you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, if everything you've ever tried to do in your life has always just been easy for you, if every door has been open, you might not like this show. Because I don't come from that world. You know, I come from the world where you got to raise yourself up from the mud and make it happen, Captain. Government cheese, single motherdom, and all that shit. That's what I come from. That's what I know. That's the granite that I chiseled me out of. So I'll tell you straight up, if you was one of these silver spooners, you probably won't get my flows. You're not going to like what I got to say. You're not going to hear me. You're not going to feel me. I don't want you to tune away. I'm just telling you up front what to expect. I'm one of those. Hip hop generation. Don't ever fucking call yourself Generation X because you're not. It's the dumbest thing ever. They've convinced you that X, there's nothing in your generation. No, I'm hip hop generation. I'm Generation X. Ignorant fool. No, you're not. You're hip hop generation. I came up in a hip hop generation. You know, all that swag that millennials got, y'all got that from us, B. You got that from us. By the way, I love millennials. I love everything about you. What up, son? Let me see that t-shirt, man. Looking good. Oh, you got the X-Wing fighter on there with the Star Wars. Looking good, man. Tell the people how you getting your basketball game together. Tell them. Your daddy's helping you become that man, right? You're going to be a beast out there on the basketball court. He is. He going to be. Hey, Black Russia, hold on 1 second, brother. Black Russia, I'm coming straight to you, bro. Okay, he's got to go. Let me go straight to Black Russia. Yeah, I got him on the court. He's going to be a monster. Watch. It's going to be so much fun because he's been that kid at his, let me real quick, Black Russia. So my son's been doing like basketball with the Warner Hills coach. Shout out to Coach Rico. And doing a great job. Doing it great. I can see the man knows what he's doing. I would have no problem with him coaching my son. He got some old school in him. I like all of that. He one of the worst players out there right now. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I don't want to talk too loud. He's over there. You don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's all good, love. You don't know what he's doing. He don't know the basics. I ain't really got with him yet, right? I just be sitting back like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He be shooting the bottom of the rim. You know how it is. I don't want to psych him out because he's in the next room. That's what he's about to leave. And I could talk a little louder, but I don't want to psych him out. But I want to put him in that scenario, get him out there competing, let him get smacked in the mouth, which he does. He get smacked in the mouth the other day, came crying. I'm like, you better get your ass back out there? Not to curse at him, but we don't do that. You better draw them tears. He hit me with what? His hand. Don't you got hands? You better get back out there. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no running back at home and laying under mama's bosom and shit. That wasn't gonna happen. My mother was not built like that. She wouldn't happen that. And then my uncle, grandfather, father, I better not. It'd have been terrible. Trust me. See you later, son. He's putting his shoes on. Give him a year or two. Watch. He's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be a little LaMelo Ball out there. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. You can see it, you can hear it in my voice. It's gonna be super fun, man. That's gonna be my late in life fun. Just watching him and watching my daughter do ish. The boy is not ambidextrous. I don't think that's the word where you can do both. Your both hands are equally capable. He ain't that, but He does some things with his left. That's his right. He does some things with his right and some things with his left. Right. And I'm like, oh, word. I'll put a B-ball in them hands. I ain't looking toward college. High school, yeah. I ain't looking toward the NBA. I just believe in strong body, strong mind. Okay. I want student athletes. Medium Buddha will tell you. Ain't that right, Medium Buddha? She'll tell you what I've been telling you since she strong body, strong. She don't got no choice. There is no choices. Black excellence only. That's the only thing I got time for. If you ain't on some black excellence type ish, and I'm paying for all of this, you must have lost your mind. It ain't happening. It's gonna be a rough road in the Ivy household. But Medium Buddha, I don't want to talk too loud. She can hear me. I want to blow her head up. She's checking off the boxes. I like what I'm seeing. She said, I can hear you. Well, since she can hear me, I might as well talk louder then. It's the benefits of working from home right now, which may be changing. Like I said, I've narrowed it down to 2 spaces now that I'm looking at. There's going to be the new CDM Studios, which will be the hub for all. See you later, babe. It'll be the hub for all the creative ventures that come forward. I'm do my show there. All the podcasters can do their podcast. I'm looking for something that's going to be state of the art. You know what I'm saying? State of the art. I rented a space over the west side. It was just a room, basically. That was my first experience with commercial rental property. So, you learn. I learned a lot from it. I got a better idea of what I need now in order to be as creative as I can possibly can be, which is what the goal is. Wait until we build what will you see next. Wait. It's going to be dope. Watch. Why am I whispering? They're gone now. So what I was saying about my son is he don't know what the hell he's doing on the basketball court. And I love it. My wife was like, you need to work with that boy. I want him to get out there, get popped in the mouth, run up and down, get the basics. I want to observe him first. So I'm done observing. I've seen what I need to see. Now we about to make the next LaMelo Ball out here. I ain't thinking about college. I ain't thinking about NBA. But one of these local high schools, he can definitely do that. And if he can do that, anything can happen. But let's go to the phones. Say it with me, y'all. Black excellence only. You ain't got no other way in this household. I ain't having it. We're going to have a rough time. But you in here doing what you got to do. You got jobs in that and you come in here on an honor roll. You know what I'm saying? You out here talking about creating businesses and you 16? Shh. There's nothing I can't do for you. There's nothing I won't do for you. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's old school. But let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, comrade.
Sorry about that, brother. Thank you so much for
holding. Brother. No. Hey, brother, don't be sorry. I appreciate it listening to what you had to say. Because I'll tell you right now, that brother out there along the hills, Ricardo Hill, is the man.
Yeah.
I love that brother.
Dope. He dope. I like what I see. Man. I like what I see.
No, well, yeah. Well, think about it. Since you brought up the Wanda Hills coach, I just went ahead and mentioned his name. People need to understand this brother out there, the head coach of Wanda Hills, is the man. They don't even understand. He led the school to the first Final Four ever. He's got a national champion at COT. He's played multiple guys in Division I college basketball. He played college basketball himself. I mean, the guy's really, from the time I went there, like in '93, all the way until I graduated, and I'm looking back now, that gentleman, I wish he'd have been there 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just been a whole different culture in terms of black excellence, period. It wasn't just in basketball. It probably bled into everything. Because that's type of energy he has.
I agree 100%. And then the other thing is that he got a little boy. His little boy is dope. His little son has skill. Forget the boy's name. He cold with it. And so if I'm looking at him with his own son, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can trust you with my son too.
Yeah, so I ain't seen the young one. I know he got one son, Ricardo Hill Jr. He just graduated from law school.
Is that right?
I know he's So he's doing he's doing this thing in terms of academics and athletics over there. He is producing student athletes.
Yeah,
so hey,
for sure.
Shout out to the Wanda Hills High School. Hopefully, little Nathan Ivy Jr. becomes an alum and goes over there and breaks all the records.
He might. We'll see. But yeah, shout out to Ricardo Hill. I know he checks out the show from time to time. So, brother, if you're watching, props to you.
Hey, shout out to Ricardo Hill if you're listening, bro. You're doing a good job over there at my alma mater, bro. But I wanted to put something on your radar that I'm not sure if you've been watching it, but it's kind of been a big deal. It goes to like the affordable housing, quote unquote, crisis. But have you been watching what's going on Court Street?
I think so, but what am I missing?
I don't know if you're missing anything. I just hadn't had you discuss it. I just didn't know if you're watching it. Well, there's some tenants over there on Court Street because they're doing that redevelopment right there across from Kroger, right?
Right.
It looks nice. It's dope. You can walk through there now. Ain't too many cars. It's cut traffic basically in half. But apparently, there's a developer over there who bought a building right there. I think at the corner of that's Court and I want to say Vine Street. At any rate, the tenants in there got put out. And so now they protest down there on Court Street. And I think there's a couple folks who are hanging on saying they ain't moving out. I just didn't know if you've been watching it.
Yeah, I have been watching it. I am aware of it.
Okay. Well, hopefully the listeners, read about it because I wanted to ask you a question. Like, I read some of the details to it, and some of the people, I guess, are getting subsidized housing down there on Court Street. And my understanding is they're paying $500 a month for rent on Court Street.
They're paying how much a month?
$500 a month.
Okay.
I mean, way below fair market value.
Right.
So now the developer comes and buys the building from the owner, and he gave everybody, proper notice according to Ohio law to get out of there. And some of the tenants are not happy. And so I didn't know if you had any thoughts on that. My thing was, hey, this is business, and I know you talked some about people being displaced. I just didn't know if you had any thoughts on this particular situation.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, no, I don't. I haven't really brought it up. I do know that the tenants have been protesting pending evictions. But no, deeper than that, no.
Okay.
What do you think needs to be discussed?
Well, just the fact that I heard Councilmember Lansman bring up the issue in terms of affordable housing and putting people out on another station. And it was to me, in my opinion, it was just pandering. Because for me, looking at this scenario, the fair market value of rent down on Court Street is not $500 a month. And if somebody legitimately comes in there and buys the building and gives everybody notice to move, why is Councilmember Lansman criticizing that business owner? Like, it just goes to the function of the government again. He has the bully pulpit, being an elected member of council, criticizing developers who are coming in buying buildings. And that to me just seems like that's counterproductive to the business of the city. That's my thought on it anyway. I've been listening to it and I heard the developer, he had to defend himself and talk about how he gave all this grace and mercy to the tenants. And it's just this ongoing battle about conversation, I guess, about, well, we need more affordable housing and this anti-development sentiment on city council. And Greg Lansman wants another term on council. And it's getting bothersome now. So when I'm hearing elected officials start talking about anti-development, they just had this anti-development rhetoric from the Democratic Party, the endorsed Democrats. Like, they're just, it's striking me as scary.
Well, I can't comment on what Greg Lansman said on another radio. Was he on with Lincoln or something like that? Or
Nah, he was down to Dow.
He was down to Dow. Okay, I can't comment on that. I'd have to hear it myself to really give any comments
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, and I'll send you the developer's response too, because it ended up becoming a pretty interesting tit for tat, because Greg Lansman got on a station and started discussing about how the developers need to be doing better business, and the developer got back and said, "We doing the right business." So like, I'm just watching this dynamic, and it's just, to me, it's interesting watching it because 90% of African Americans vote Democrat. But here we got a Democrat, a white Democrat, liberal Democrat, being anti-development. Like, if a black corporation came in there and bought the piece of property, would he have this same type of tone? Would he be anti-development with the black folks too? Because black folks and black organizations come in and box all the time too. I'm just getting tired of the anti-development type of rhetoric.
Well,
you know what I mean? Especially after going to the stadium and checking that out, I'm like, it was fantastic. I had a fantastic experience down there. If you ain't been to TQL, everybody,
I want to ask you about that.
Once.
But let me give me some thoughts in. Let me land on some thoughts with Greg Lansman. So you're saying anti-development again. I can't speak on his interview. I didn't hear it, but it sounds to me like he was caping or he was defending the little guy. And we need more elected officials to defend the little guy, so to speak. One of the reasons why I haven't had a strong opinion about it is because when I read over it, to my understanding, it appeared to me that this is just capitalism, right?
Right.
Developer comes in, they're giving back security deposits, they're giving $300, $200 to people, depending on whether they're going to go to another property that's owned by Vision and Beyond Property. I believe that's what it is. So it sounds to me like the developer is trying to make some uh, to try to meet the people in halfway, so to speak. But from the same time, there's a larger conversation about displacement and affordable housing and things like that I think is also a part of this as well. So maybe that's what Greg Lance was trying to do. He's caping for the little guy. That doesn't mean you're necessarily anti-development. I don't think anybody is anti-development. I think everybody's pro-development. We want conscientious, equitable development. We don't want to displace everybody like, has been happening. But those are just my general non-specific thoughts.
Okay, no, that's fair. It's something that I've been kind of following. I didn't hear you discuss it. I just didn't know if you've been watching it. Good that you're watching it. Either caping, we can call it that, or we can just call it just flat out politicking. But the reality is, to me, it's getting tiresome to me to kind of see these conversations going on. Because look, who don't want $500 a month rent on Court Street at this moment in time, right across from that Kroger? Who don't want that? But that's not the market value. You know what I mean? Like, market values go up and down all the time. So, like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm just seeing the coverage of the media saying these people protest. Like, man, like, capitalism is what it is. That's the society we live in. Yeah, people have to accept that.
But anything too much of anything can go too far, right? So as we develop downtown, if we don't have intentionality about preserving affordable spaces, then we won't have any. So I think the role of council is to balance that. Even if it's capitalism shouldn't always win, because there might be times where capitalism and the goals of capitalism run contrary to the overall goals of the community. And when that happens, I think we should do what's best for the community. Right?
I get that. I guess this scenario is this one of those scenarios from what you read?
It could be.
This is one of those scenarios.
It could be. I'll tell you what. I'll definitely read more into it since you're bringing it up, so I can be up to speed and can speak intelligently on it.
I bring it up because it's an issue. It's one of those issues that's going to be continue even when we go into elections. This is going to be an issue that people are going to continue to talk about.
Maybe for the sake of diversity downtown, maybe we need to have some 1,200 square foot apartments across from the Kroger store that are around $500. Maybe that's what we need as a community. And if that's the case, then so be it. Council, if there is anything they can do about it, they should do whatever they can to keep those spots in place. Because if not, it's just going to be another gentrified neighborhood in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with mixed income housing. I think that's okay. I just think there's a way to go about doing that. You know what I mean? And I don't think that people buying buildings and giving people notice according to Ohio law is a problem. I think that's part of capitalism. In terms of to me, I just don't like the politicians politicking on this stuff because it's free market type stuff going on. It's like you don't necessarily want to.
But you gotta have market controls, though. You got to have some market controls.
I'm sure.
We got to have some tools that we can control. Capitalism has to work for the overall betterment of our community. And if and when it does not, it needs to be reined in. And I don't think that means you're anti-capitalism. It's just that you've got multiple interests that need to be dealt with. And so I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I haven't really given a lot of thought to it, but just off the top of my head, saying,
you might want to look into it. Yeah, no, definitely. If you,
maybe we do need to have political mechanisms in place so that there are some spaces downtown, even in prime real estate, that are below market rates for the sole purposes of equity and diversification, right?
Right,
and
right.
And if you want to buy a building in Cincinnati and do something like that, then coming in the door, you should know that Cincinnatians are having a conversation about what we think is best for us. And just because you got the money to build it, it might not be what we think is best for us. And new developers and developers in general need to know that and have that attitude when they come to the table. The deal might not go the way you want it's going to go because it doesn't fit the overall goals of the community. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right. I hear you. And I bring it up because, again, it goes back to the conversation we had about TQL Stadium, about people being displaced for the building of the stadium. That was
nice?
A big issue in 2017. And here we are in 2021 having those same conversations. Now it's coming, I guess that's, what is that? East now to Court Street. So,
how was the stadium?
I find it interesting to keep an eye on.
How was the stadium?
Oh, it was fantastic, bro.
Nice.
It was better. It was better than advertised. And
really?
yeah, I think so. Look, if you ain't been, you've been to any FC games, Nipper, anywhere.
No, I want to go.
All right, cool. All right, you want to go? All right, look. So if you compare the experience from Nipper Stadium to TQL Stadium, there's no comparison. I've been to both. I can compare it. Nipper Stadium was cool for the time, for the I guess the level that FC was in, but like right now, I with that crew game, I can see this this is going to be the future of sports in Cincinnati, bro. Like there was no bad stadium, seat in there. It was exciting from start to finish. Even though we tied, I didn't like the outcome. I thought we should have won, but it is what it is. But the whole experience, man, was fantastic. I mean, it was my first time there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I plan on going back at some point in time in the future. I mean, will I invest in season tickets? Maybe not, but I mean, I can see myself definitely making it a point to go at least once or twice a year. Okay. It was fantastic. I have to say, it was high level stuff.
All right, brother. I appreciate
you. Well, hey, look, no problem. Hey, look, and I heard you talk about the vice mayor yesterday running for county commissioner.
Right.
Look, man, he's got a lane to win. He has a very good lane to win as an independent. Like you said, I heard, and I listened to what you were saying yesterday. But like he had a picture of Mike DeWine. He took a picture of Mike DeWine, an Ohio governor, Republican, and he got a picture of President Obama, Democrat. I mean, if you can go from left Obama to right DeWine and everything in between, man, ain't no question that you could win a county commission seat.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but is he going to be any better than Stephanie Summerall Dumas is? Like, my question is, what is he going to bring to the commissioners that the commissioners don't already have?
I'll tell you exactly what he's going to bring to the table. He's going to bring a level of collaboration between the county and the city of Cincinnati that we still lack. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Because Stephanie Summerall Dumas, she never ran for city council. She don't really understand our municipal politics in Cincinnati. She's from Forest Park, somewhere suburbs, so she don't really get it. Swivman has been a servant on city council for 12 years. He understands the necessity of county-city collaboration. Like, for example, give you a perfect example, the waterworks issue. Whether the city or the county owns the waterworks and who operates. And we got water rates going up here in the next couple of years after this budget. That's going to impact rents. That's going to impact all type of stuff. People who don't feel like they own or they rent instead of own. Well, the owners are going to pass that money for the waterworks on to the renters. Your rent's going to go up anyway. And I think in the next couple of years, it's going to be 5%, damn near 6%. What the vice mayor brings to the table is the ability to negotiate between the county and the city how to keep these rates low. Okay? That's important because water rates will drive rents. They will drive people's ability to spend money, all that type of stuff. That's just one example. Okay? So, I mean, at this moment in time, I just think having a city experience, okay, on city council like Alicia Reese and bringing that to the county level and be able to work with all the neighborhoods and municipalities and the villages in the county, that's going to be important. And Stephanie Summerall Dumas, I mean, she has a record. Her record is not that. Her record is asking about her salary. I mean, asking about she can collect some more money back that she, pretended to cut. This is on county commission. She has no record. There is nothing significant that she has done on county commission. Period. It's nothing that she really significantly has done as an elected official. Period. Even in Forest Park, as the village manager of Lincoln Heights, her record is trash. The only reason she's in that seat is because Chris Mizell didn't want to go negative on her, and he took her, didn't take her seriously. Otherwise, she don't even win that race. But she won. But her record is trash. She has no record. The vice mayor has a record. I'm just saying, take the two records combined and compare them and contrast them, and you see there's no question he's a better candidate. Now, I'm hearing the Republicans are going to put a candidate out too.
Oh, really? Okay.
We'll see who it is. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry.
I thought Smitherman was the Republican candidate on the
Nah,
low.
I mean, no. Who told you that?
I mean, my brain told me that. Everything
You
I've
know,
seen,
when you make it
the way he hell, the
when
last time he ran for city council, Alex Trantafilu said that if he ran as a Republican, he'd get the endorsement. His close associations with right-wing media and the Republican Party told me that.
Okay. But he has close relationships with everybody. That's the point. Like Alex P said, basically, if he wants the endorsement, he'll get it. But he don't want the endorsement. He wants to run as an independent because, again, just from our reading of everything, he's a middle of the road type of politician who has relationships everywhere.
I'll be honest with you. One of my biggest issues with Smitherman is I don't think he plays well with others. You know, from what I saw on city council, he was the ground zero for a lot of the dumb ish and the chaos. He was one of the chief provocateurs talking about gang of five, way past the life expectancy, the shelf life, way past it. And he just seemed to be ground zero for a whole bunch of dumbish. And I wonder if he gets on he's 1/3 of the commissioners. I just wonder what kind of energy he's going to bring to that. And if it's going to be the kind of energy that's going to help Hamilton County or just cause a whole bunch of nonsense like he did on council.
Well, you're assuming that he created the nonsense city council when it was actually the Gang of Five that created the nonsense city council.
I'm only holding man responsible for what the energy he brought to the table, what he talked about, what he brought up.
I get that, but I mean, what type of energy do you expect when people are acting in a corrupt fashion? I mean, you want positive energy being brought to the table when you got a quorum of people deciding what government's going to do.
Yeah, I do.
Bro,
I want positive energy. Look, I don't want to hear about somebody talking about your wife. All that nonsense, I don't have time for it. I don't care. What I want to see is you down there working on kitchen table issues that really matter to Cincinnatians, and I didn't see that. I saw a whole bunch of dumbish from him. And I wonder if he got on the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners, would it be the same old dumbish? Because what will happen is he'll be outnumbered. He'll be the independent. If he wins, he'll be an independent, but the Democrats will still have a majority. So is he going to run the same old anti-Democrat BS he's been doing, running down the dial? But now he's a Hamilton County Commissioner. I'm not sure that we really need that.
Well, look, I know he's really close to County Commissioner Alicia Reed. Okay, so let that be what it is. All right, so you want to say he's going to be outnumbered on the county commission? Politically speaking, I guess so. On paper, Democrat, independent, but the independent can go. But the independent can go whichever way he wants because he's an independent. He gonna think about what's in the best interest versus what's politically expedient.
But it really won't matter.
I'll go back to it.
It really won't matter. He'll be outnumbered. It takes a majority on the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners to get shit done. It really won't matter what his position is.
But you're assuming Treehouse and Reese are voting together. But you not all the time. You're assuming that Reese and Treehouse will always vote together. Now, what if it's an issue?
The majority of the time on the big issues, I do anticipate that from them. Yes, because why would you, as two elected Democrats, why would you give up that? Now, I'm sure there'll be from time to time some issues where they are at odds, but on the major issues, consistently, I see the two Democrats stand united, and Christopher Smitherman, if he be 70-some-year-old Dumeros, talking dumb, doing some of the same tactics he did on city council. Now he's on commission, running down the dial, talking dumb-ish. That's what I foresee, because he'll have no real power. He won't be able to do anything done. So that means he'll run back to the media and ring alarms, which is what we see him doing on city council. And I don't really have time for that.
You don't have time for people ringing alarms? I mean, if people hit an alarm, that means wake up. Like, there's issues going on.
Except in the world of politics, sometimes you're being gaslighted. And Smitherman did a whole bunch of gaslighting on council.
In what way? I mean, okay, so
I just told you what way. Talking about the damn text messages way past the shelf life.
It's not, but you don't determine the shelf life, Nathan Ivey.
I do for me. I'm talking about for me.
Yeah, for you, but you're not voting for Smitherman anyway. So, like, aside from all that,
that's not true.
Nobody talk about it. It is true, bro.
It's not true. It's not true.
Be serious.
If when Smitherman supports and comes up with good ideas, I call it like I see. It's a great idea. And when he on some dumb shit, I call it like I see. You on some dumb shit. And he spent a lot of the last 2 to 3 years on dumb-ish, bro. Everybody
Hey,
knows it.
was he
Run around talking about
criminalizing
somebody
marijuana?
talking about my
was that some
wife.
dumb shit?
I don't care about somebody talking about your wife. If you don't get your ass down there on the Law and Public Safety Committee and get something done, talking about they talking about my wife. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't.
You don't
I'm
care
pissed
about them.
about it. I'm getting pissed
care
all
about
over again.
You don't care about them for the black man's wife. That's cool.
I don't care
until it
about
happens to
some
you, then it's
sophomore
like,
juvenile, somebody's talking about me type of stuff, and I don't care who it comes from. No, I don't care about it at all. It was a waste of time. And I'm wondering, is he going to bring that same energy to the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners because he ain't going to have no power? Well, I won't say that.
Yeah,
essentially
please don't say
the
that,
Democrats will have the majority. So their way will go. I'm not going to say he won't have any power because he will. He'll have the influence of the office if he wins. But when it comes down to it, the two Democrats are going to run it. They're going to run it, period.
See, you underestimating the power of relationships, bro. I just told you. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Because you just telling me that the Democrats are automatically going to vote. They're going to be running the show. That's
they
not
are
the case.
Going to be running the show. Yes, they're going to be running the show. Yes.
No, they're not, bro.
Yes.
That's
Driehaus and Alicia Reese are going to run the show. They are.
Bro, but you underestimate the power of relationships again, and about black power too. Like Alicia Reese, and if Smithman is on the commission, I can see them very easily form a coalition against Denise Driehaus. I can see that easily.
I don't see that happening in any shape, in any universe.
See,
why would Alicia Reese do that? That would make no sense at all.
Of course it makes plenty of sense, bro.
I can see her teaming up with somebody on initiatives and things like that. But when it comes to the votes, why would she give up that position? It would make no sense whatsoever.
She's not giving up a position, bro. Look, you got to understand one thing about county commission. There is no term limits on county commission. Ask Ty Fortune, he died at the county commission for 20 years. There's no term limits on there. Plus, you can raise unlimited money. I can very easily see County Commissioner Alicia Reese and potential County Commissioner Christopher Smithman doing a lot of good for Hamilton County
I
together,
sure can.
and icing out Denise Driehaus.
Potentially, no, I don't see that happening. I don't see.
All right,
why would they do that? Why would Alicia Reese do that? It doesn't make any sense. It would defy logic. It would defy
black power.
It would defy black power. I hear what you're saying, but no, I don't see it. I don't see that.
That's all right. But you'll see it one day when it happens.
I'll never say never to anything. I've learned anything can happen in this world, so we'll have to wait and see.
Right. All right, comrade. You took it easy.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. I know we got into it on the politics tip, but it took a little time with it. I don't see it. That's my biggest fear about Smitherman is he is 100% good at dumb-ish. He is 100%, doing the monkey routine on 700 WLW. He good at that. He good at that. He do it right now. Every time the vote don't go his way or he thinks it should be that, he runs straight down the dial and do the good Negro routine and talk about the Democrats and the progressives and plays the good boy routine. Why would he do anything different if he was a Hamilton County commissioner where he's going to be outnumbered? Why would he do that? I mean, why would he do anything different? A good predictor of the future is the past. This is his behavior. Why would I think it would change if he becomes a Hamilton County commissioner? That's exactly what he'll do. Things don't go his way. He's going to run down to 700 LW with the dumb-ish. Running interference for the whites and do all this kind of dumb shit. And you know it and I know it. So it's like, it becomes about, for me, it's about fit. I'm not trying to stop anything. I'm not saying that he can't do great things for the community. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying I just wonder about the fit and what we need right now. We really need that? And I'm not saying anybody's perfect, but do we really need that kind of nonsense of the Hamilton County Commissioner right now for the next 4 years? I was sick of it on city council. Oh, they was talking about my wife in the text messages. Nigga, I don't give a damn about what they said about your wife. I don't care what was going on. If you don't get your ass down there and get some tangibles for us, you're talking about my wife. I don't give a damn. Why do you care? Man, listen, if my wife died of cancer, I'm not even going to hear what anybody's going to say because I'm going to be focused on her. I wouldn't care what you said. It's not going to change anything. We need to be acting like grown-ups, man. Too many people act like children. Act like a grown-up. And I'm not voting for no elected official to act like a damn child. I can do that, but I got a 6-year-old. You saw him? The hell? When I want to see some people acting like kids, I hang out with children. I don't expect that from adults. So I have to wait and see. So is he capable? Sure. Is it a good fit? Just think about how that would work. And tell me I'm wrong. He'll be on Brian Thomas's morning show every morning, belly aching about how the women are doing this, how the Democrats are doing that, how Alicia Reese is saying this, how they need to be saying that. I just can't believe it. Yep, you're a good American, Willie, and all this other kind of good boy stuff. Enough with the good boys, okay? Enough with black men acting like good little boys. I'm gonna pat you on the head and give you a cheese coney. Enough with all of that. You want a cheese coney? Oh, sure you do. You've been a good boy. Hell with that. Enough with all of that. I ain't here for none of it. I ain't voting for nobody. But that's just me. Now, I haven't spoken with Mr. Smitherman. Yo, Black Russia, man, if you out there, bro, hook up that interview, man. I know that's your boy. Tell him to come on the show, man. And I'll say the same thing to him. Look, Mr. Smitherman, I wonder about the fit. I wonder how you would act. Is that a good fit? What do you mean? And I'll tell him the same thing I just said. And then I love to hear his answer. He might say something that turns me around. Like, oh, shit. Okay, bro. Good answer. Or he might say something that just makes me dig in deeper to how I already feel. I don't really know. But let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Nathan. It's Kev on the cell.
Hey, what's up, Kev on the cell? Good morning.
Trying to make it, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Making it. So I'm taking exception with two things today, Nathan. Now,
Go right ahead, brother.
you know it is what it is. The first is Generation X. We should embrace Generation X, man.
No.
X
No.
is the unknown variable, baby.
No.
You could be anything. Wait a minute. Hold on, Nathan. Give me a second. X is the unknown variable. There's a reason why Malcolm gave up his last name, Little, and made his name X, because it's the unknown variable. X can be anything, bruh. Now, they can frame it however they want to frame it, right? They can frame it however the way I accept it is. X is the unknown variable. There ain't nothing I can't do.
No.
Because I can be anything. X can be anything.
Mm-mm.
Period. I don't care what you say, Nathan. Look, there's choices in this world. We can either go negative or positive, and some things we grab.
Yeah, but
we have
nothing more
gravitas.
positive than embracing the most defining cultural movement that we've seen in our lifetime, which was hip hop culture, and that's the
But guess
generation
what,
I came
Nate?
from.
But Nate, I'm X, so I am hip hop. I am X, so I am the one that came up with all of the gadgets and the things that are going on right now. Because we could be the tech generation, right? There wasn't no computers before us, bruh. There was, but they were big old factory-sized computers. You know what I'm saying? I'm X, so I can be the entrepreneur who grew himself up from his bootstraps, came from terrestrial radio and moved on to something. Man, I'm X, man. Absolutely.
No,
Unknown.
you could be a lot of things.
You can't define me. You can't define me. You can't put me into any one little box. Because if you put me in a little box, then you're telling me that I'm limited, and I'm unlimited. My power is unlimited. My people's power is unlimited. We have to make sure that we keep that mindset. Don't pin me in a box. Don't put me in a box of anything. I don't care if it's the best box in the world. It's still a box.
Sounds good.
We are the generation that came up. We are the generation. Honestly, man, we are the generation that came up with. You got to think outside the box. Don't put me in no box, man. I love hip hop. Love it. Love it. Especially old hip hop. Love it. But don't put me into that box either.
That's not a box,
I don't want to be just one box.
That's one of the greatest. One of the greatest cultural movements ever.
Fantastic movement. It is one of the greatest movements, along with the technological movement, so that's that on that. Now, it is what it is. We're going to disagree on that, man. But I'm going to tell you, hip-hop is
very
tech.
hip-hop. It's very hip-hop.
Hip-hop is tech.
Yeah,
hip-hop is tech.
Yeah, absolutely. All day, every day.
All day, every day. So there you go. Listen, I grew up on, I switched from 95 version of, I can't even remember what it was, some editing program I used to use, to Pro Tools. Tech is hip hop, and hip hop is tech. Don't put me in that box. I don't want to be in a box. I'm gonna be X, the
You're not in
unknown
the
variable.
box, brother.
Just like
You're hip hop
Malcolm.
generation.
Just like Malcolm.
There are no boundaries.
Just like Malcolm X. Just like Malcolm X, bro. Unknown variable. Now, secondly, Smitherman. All right.
Were you born
I don't
again,
think it was petty.
Kev? You don't mind me asking?
70.
Hip hop generation,
70,
bro.
bro.
Wear it proudly.
70, bro.
Let me get you a t-shirt. It
I
says,
am proudly.
I was born in the hip hop generation. What's your size? You said straight to your house.
I hate that stuff, but Aries. But listen, but listen, even that. See, don't pin me with the signs. People pin with people with the signs. Oh, you're an Aries. That means you're. I got a sister. We born in the same month. We the same sign. We are absolutely different people. I love her to death. She's the best, one of the best people in the world. But we different people. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't put me in the box. That's first. But secondly, Smitherman, when they were talking about his wife in those texts, man, that wasn't petty at all. Because what they were saying was he was trying to use her for political advantage, and that she probably wasn't even sick. Now, I don't mind a lot of things, but if you come out, number one, you tell a patent lie, and two, I'm going through some stuff that's real. I'm bringing that to your face, man. I'm coming straight to you with it. I don't care. Why? Because, man, one, you're impugning my integrity. And as a man, I'm not going to let nobody impugn my integrity, period. I don't care who you are. You ain't going to sit around and call me a liar and I don't tell you that you're calling me a liar. That's first off. Secondly, as a husband or a provider or a caretaker, no, sir. You're not coming for my family. I'm coming for you. Now, the other thing, Gang of Five, all of that, there's some pettiness to that. That was it was gamesmanship. We both know it was gamesmanship. You know what I'm saying? And so for that piece, no, I don't really rock with the political gamesmanship at all. Beat people on the merits. Talk about the issues. Manage that. I agree with that 100%.
I disagree with something you said though, Kev. I got to challenge you on it. Like you said, they was talking about. Well, I remember those times. There was a lot of people in the community that I know of who behind closed doors was saying the same thing about Smitherman and his wife. They were saying things about, they felt like he was really playing it up. The fact that she was dying in front of everybody, he was really playing it up for his own political advantage. It was a lot. It wasn't just a couple of members of city council. It was people in the community who felt that way as well. And I think it was because if you want to blame somebody, you blame the way that I would blame Smitherman in the way that he portrays himself and the moves that he make. That's why people were saying that. But even with all of that, my wife is dying. I don't give a damn what you say and anybody else say, because my focus is her. I don't care what you think about what I'm doing. I'm gonna be so into her, I'm probably not even gonna hear it. So. And there was 2 text messages that was between, they thought it was private. It only came out because of the scandal. So it wasn't like they was out here on social media talking about it. It was texting each other privately. People do that all the time. We can call it sophomoric or immature, whatever, but that's what human beings do. So
I think, like I said, when we talk about it, when we talk about the gangified thing and that being, kind of posturing, I'm with you with that. You know what I mean? I think that's not that was posturing. All right. Again, I go back to the messages, whether or not, and I don't know about you, but I've lost somebody, and I don't know what headspace I was in when I lost folks. You hear me? Smitherman's about family, man. That is him. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. That man believes in family. That is one of his strong points. I don't doubt it.
But
it's strong with him. So that part of his persona, that's just who he is anyway.
I don't doubt it.
That's who he is.
I don't doubt that one bit. But it's not about, everybody's about who's not about family. The issue is how you conduct yourself as an elected official. And from one citizen with a vote and a taxpayer in Cincinnati, I got sick to death of all the time that was wasted talking about something that had no impact on kitchen table issues, but it became political fodder and it made good for talk radio shows. And he was ground zero for that, period. Two things can be true at the same time. You can be pro-family and pro-dumb-ish, and he was. That's my opinion. You might feel differently, but that's my opinion.
I do feel differently on that one. Finally, man, this is the most important thing I'm going to say today. Again, it's election time. As an African American, I am going to take advantage of my right to vote. I am not only going to take advantage of my right to vote, I have a couple of people who I may be supporting and helping with their campaigns. I'm going out. I've decided I'm about to reach out to a couple of these churches around here and see who's going to let me drive their bus or van or whatever, so I go pick up some people and get them to the polls. Okay. I was only going to take 3 people in my car, but I think now I'm going to get somebody to let me drive their van or bus so I could take more people, or go rent a van or bus myself in order to make sure that happens, because they really are trying to take away our right to vote. They're trying to make it more difficult, especially for the elderly, to find your polling place. So, those are the things that us Gen Xers or hip hop generation folks need to take up the mantle on. If you're the same age as me, or a little bit younger, or a little bit older, and you have a driver's license, there is no reason why you should go to the polls by yourself. There's absolutely no reason why. There is probably somebody that needs a ride in order to get there. There's somebody that needs you to help them to figure out where their polling place is, so they show up at the right place at the right time and they exercise their right to vote. If anybody tells you, any of the smart dumb cats out there tells you your vote don't matter, you ain't got to show, tell them, this is how I'm feeling about it now. Good. Don't go. But don't talk. Do me a favor and don't talk. Don't talk to people who may go just because you feel like you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stop somebody who could potentially help us to win in causes that we care about. And you don't care anyway. So why do that? Don't be a part of the problem. Don't be a part of the solution. Just don't be a part. Step out the way and let the rest of us that are ready to do the heavy lifting get down to some good work. You know what I'm saying? So, again, keep your eyes on the issues. Legal women voters were sure to be at my induction ceremony into the United States. And they signed me up on site, Nate. On site. They was like, wait a minute, don't sign that. They said, don't put your signature on there until they tell you you're an American. And as soon as they did, I did. And now I can vote. And so a whole bunch of folks going to come vote with me. Nathan on every station, man. Keep rocking. Even when we agree. Even when we disagree, we agree to one thing. This is a powerful platform. And the sounds, the words that you're hearing across the country, literally, are from folks who want to make sure that Black folk have power and use that power for good. Be blessed, bro.
You too, my brother. Take it easy. That's Kev on the cell. He's a brand new African American, y'all. Give it up for him. I got some. There it is. Got some applause. I got to remember where that is on the keyboard. Hey, listen, if you ever want a live stream and need some help getting your stream, let me know. I've been doing this for a minute. I got a nice little workflow. Still things happen, unavoidable, but I got a nice workflow that's working good for me right now. And if you're willing to make an investment in your craft, you can put together I need to dust this. You can put together a pretty nice streaming setup. Hit me up. CDM can help you with that. Most def. That might be something I might move into. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. I believe that the number is up there on the screen. I want to talk about a Karen that had a meltdown in a store, a Victoria's Secret store. You see this? She had a complete meltdown. And I don't know, man. We need some laws about this. We need some protection for the complexion because this is outrageous. So there's extreme language. I want to give you a heads up. There is extreme language in this. You might hear some cursing, something like that. I want to let you know right now so we don't fall out. You might be with your boss and them, something like that. I just want to give you a heads up so that you know before we get started. Okay? I want you to know before we get started, all right? Give you a heads up. So there it is. You can check this out. I'm going to play this, and then I want to get your thoughts. Another crazy Karen video. Check this out.
Excuse. Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? my God, I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me. And now she... Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Oh my God. This shit don't even feel real.
He tried to hit you.
This do not feel real.
I love the sister's commentary.
Y'all had to get security. She charged me. If I wouldn't have ducked, she would. Oh no, you just wanted security for me, right? I want security for you now. No,
I love this one.
No. I want you to call security. Thank you. I just came to get my free panty. You know how you get the coupon in the mail? And I got to pick up my Converse boots from Nordstrom's. I don't know why this is happening to me. Don't charge me. Oh, you want to? Oh, yeah, she...
Somebody didn't take their meds today.
I'm scared to even approach her.
Oh, boy. Where's mommy?
You scaring me. Like, you got to go postal.
She is hilarious. I love her commentary through this. Uh-oh. What you gonna do now, Karen?
No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No,
stop
no,
right
no,
there.
no.
Stop
We're
right there. See,
this.
I hate that. That shit burns me up. Oh my God, that burns me up all day long. I've been in situations like that where somebody's behaving badly toward me, and then mofos want to come in and then try to check me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, you see me get in with somebody, if you don't know the situation, and even if you do, stay out of it. It's none of your business. You ain't got nothing to do with this. Stay out of it. I've been in a couple situations where I'm in the spot and somebody that works at the spot is doing some dumbish. And then one of the coworkers want to come over and start Superman caping for the misbehaving employee. Don't do that. Stay out of it. And in this case, it's like a customer. I hate when that happens. Stay out of it. Because that's how you get some work too.
Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get away. Go wherever you want to go. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I'll pick up that. Ooh, Lord.
Okay, sorry about that. Thank you so much. What? I'm getting love right now. Oh my God. I love when I get love. Thank you. Somebody was like, your mic off. Man, listen, shit like that. I wish that something would happen like me today. I want to go to Victoria's Secrets today and see if something like this is going to happen. I will record their ass. We are learning. When Karens and Darrens act up, this is what you do. You just hit them with that phone and hit that record button. Oh my God. You get some of the most extreme reactions from people. I'm telling you, I've done it. I've had people kick me out of their office. So I don't want to be recorded. Got the whole thing on record. And I'm so happy I did because mofos will try to lie on you. He said this, he said that. Oh, really? I just let them lie too. And then walk in with the tape. I love it. It makes people uncomfortable. I'm telling you. Now, if you're going to do this, let me give you some words of the wise because from my own experience. Some people cool as a fan. Go ahead and record. And some people will try to get violent with you, so get ready now, because you never know who you're dealing with. Some people try to lunge for your phone. Some people try to throw you out the office. Some people try to like remove you from the scenario. So be prepared. See, I'm prepared for all of that. I don't give a damn. It depends on what the issue is. I'm like fighting for something that I really care about. I'm ready to go to jail. Take me to jail. I'm going to get processed and I'm going to get out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Let's just go. I keep telling you, black folks, to keep your integrity, you got to always be prepared to go to jail. I'll go to jail in a minute. I don't care about it because I'm going to be inconvenienced for a few hours. It might be a weekend. So what? I can fast, but I'm going to get out. And if I got a case, I'm going to lawyer up and I'm going to get my day in court. I already know these things. So don't even fret. Always be cool about it. You ain't no reason to be upset. These Karens and Darren start falling on the ground, man. That is hilarious. I love her commentary. Who is she? Sis need her own show. She do. Look at her.
She went to go call security.
Yeah, because...
Oh, she's having a seizure?
You have 2 yoga mats?
No, I had one. We was trying to just find a price check for one of them.
She's having a seizure? We having a seizure, boo?
Okay, I'm going to leave her here, Pest. Actually, you know, I have a coupon for the free panties.
She's trying to get her free panties. She like,
everyone
later
is
for this.
Except for the period panty. But I actually wanted to see what that was.
I can show you.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. She just continuing on with her day. I love it. Bravo, sis.
You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself.
If this was a black woman, the police would have been there. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm here for all of this.
Crazy lady. In case she attacked me and try to say I attacked her. You look at this. Get away from me.
Uh-oh.
Y'all better get this lady.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Security. Get the fucker. Security. Look at this.
I'll be, listen, please don't do that to me.
Get her away from me. Get her away.
You're running toward her, sis.
Get her away from me.
That's hilarious.
Away from me.
Get away from me.
No, I got to just protect myself.
She's doing like an alt middle howl.
No.
Oh.
Stop threatening me. See, and she's saying I'm threatening her. I'm not saying nothing to her.
See, she's trying to do that Rosewood.
It's to protect me. Once the law get here, who they gonna believe?
She's trying to do that Black Wall Street. The black woman is attacking me. Now, you know what's so sad about this? Is that 50, 60 years ago, this would have been enough to get that sister done. Just think about this. 100 years ago, sis would have been done. She'd have been strung up so quick. The boys would have been down there so quick. 50 years ago, depending on the neighborhood, she would have been done, roasted. Black folks been suffering from this kind of dumb shit for too damn long. Too damn long. Get her away from me. Yeah, we're going to get her away from you, all right? We're going to put you in a cell. That is hilarious. I'm curious to see what happens next, aren't you? You seen this video?
Please! Stop her recording from me! Where's security? In this short hills, y'all. Oh my God, in this short hills. Get her away!
Where are the police?
I gotta stop coming here.
I love this woman.
The safe mall.
She's recording me. This person's threatening me. She's recording me. She has purple hair. Put the phone down.
She's lying on the phone. Don't tell me what to do. She said I threatened her. Well, I don't give a fuck about her being sick.
This is how people cape for. See how she do this? Just put the phone down. I'm not putting, you come make me put this phone down. Come make me put this phone down. Now, why does the black woman have to put her phone down to accommodate the mentally ill white woman? You come make me put this phone down. Talking about put the phone down. I wish a Negro would. I never put the phone down. I'm hard-headed like that. Again, I know it's a tragic defect. It's a flaw, but I'm just the Virgo in me, the man in me. Telling me what not to do is a great way to get me to do it, even if it's something that I necessarily wasn't going to do. I struggle with it. I'm tragically flawed. I admit it perfectly. I admit it. Hold on. I didn't do my prayers today. Hold on. Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery. They know not what they say, Lord. Okay, there it is. I'm good. I'm protected. Got my good Christian values in this morning. I can say anything now. And Jesus will forgive me and allow me to do radio inside the pearly gates. So I'm covered.
I'm worried about me. You hear this? Yo, y'all can't do y'all hear this?
I
This
love
stuff
it.
y'all read about. This is real. This is really happening to me.
It is.
She's on the phone with the police on me, and she's chasing me around the damn store. So I was attacked in the mall, almost attacked in the mall. The manager, I had to run behind her. I chased him around. He telling me he can escort me to my car, but she's not. She doesn't have to leave the mall.
Listen,
I'm not finished shopping. I have 2 other stores to go
Here's what
to.
I'm saying. I don't work for the mall. I can't order her out of the mall.
Yeah, but you work for Milburn. I was just almost assaulted in this mall.
I can't. The mall security can ask. What I'm saying is, I'm not telling you have to leave or anything. But
I'm not saying that, but
if for some reason,
if the shoe was on the other foot, and I would have tried to attack her white ass, you would have me escorted out this mall.
ma'am,
That's just how I feel. This woman, mind you, the manager done told him. The manager told me he chased, huh?
I wish you didn't feel that way.
I do feel that way. I do feel that way. I was just almost attacked and assaulted, and you telling me
I can't kick
3
her out.
times, and he can't get out. You hear this?
Okay. If you have any concerns,
Well, I'm going to this lady. This the lady they won't kick out the mall. I'm a dog. I want to see if she act up in front of y'all, what y'all would do. So he's telling me that, first of all, the manager already said she tried to attack me. I want her to leave the mall.
No. It's just like when she was recording me. I never attacked people.
I don't understand why she can't be escorted out the mall. She tried to attack me twice. She should be escorted out the mall. Okay. No, she should be escorted out the mall. She tried to attack me twice.
Okay, I'm going to pick back up here. But you can see where this is going. I mean, bravo to that sister. I don't know her name. Great commentary, man. We got the next host of Def Jam Comedy Review, right? Def Comedy Jam. We got the next host. I thought she did a great, funny, super real, commentary on it. And she's right. If the shoe was on the other foot, it never would have got that far. They would have dragged her ass out of there so quick. Talking about, we can't do anything. We're only police. Huh? So now the mall police supersede the jurisdiction of the actual police, the locale that the mall is in. I ain't never heard that before. That's some new ish right there. I ain't never heard that one. She should have been arrested. And if she resisted arrest, it should have tased and maced her ass. Period. Causing a public scene. I done seen people get dragged away for causing a scene. You're getting loud, sir. You're getting loud, ma'am. Look at it. Everybody's watching you. You're crossing the line. But they want to have we don't really know what happened. We can't really say too much. We got to wait for the mall security. Huh? I bet the mall security is like, what? We got that kind of power? We didn't know so. We didn't know. Keisha writes, I hear you. I will not stop. Absolutely. We're going to do some affirmations every morning. It's just for a little while. It's a talk show. I want you to be motivated. I want everybody in the audience, all my people, to do well. Whatever it is. I don't know what your endeavor is, but whatever it is, if it's righteous, you ain't hurting nobody, or out here doing some crazy ish with no children, you out here doing something righteous, your entrepreneurial endeavor, I 100% support you. Nothing makes me happier than when people be posting stuff about their success, or people will send me a link about. Nothing makes me happier. Nothing makes me. I love it when my people doing well. We went. I keep telling this story. Maybe my in-laws are watching right now, but my brother-in-law and his family, his beautiful family, bought a brand new home. Beautiful home. I've been telling the wifey, nothing makes me happier than knowing that my people's up in Cleveland is living good. They living good. I love that. I love it when my people doing well. Simple as that. I love it. So when you reach your goals and start creating whatever you're creating, send me a link. I'll put it out there to support you. And it'll just make me It'll just bring me a lot of joy and give me some motivation, man. But I will not stop. I ain't never stopping. I will never stop. I don't give up. I posted something on Facebook. This is so true, man. I mean, everybody deals with ups and downs. Everybody's gonna have disappointments, and if you want to call it failures, I don't really believe in that concept of failure. Per se, you just find one less way to do things. I don't really believe in that. Nobody can tell me I ever failed at anything. I just learned a better way of doing things. It's all about your mental, right? And I know a lot of people in the audience. I know a little bit about what some people are doing. I wish you the absolute best. I want you to win, win, win. Win, win, win. And then let us know about it. I'll put out there to the people, and we can all just enjoy and learn from your success. Nothing makes me happier. Win, win, win. Let's see. Kathy writes, good morning. Queen Maxine writes, the race is not won by the swift, but those who endure, period. Absolutely. Vicky writes, I told my kids nothing is free. Kelma writes, Buddha, don't let him take your money. Now I'm joking with her. She don't have to give us anything. It's different. My mother was a single mother. Money was really, really tight. I'm not saying money's not tight for us, because it is, but whatever she gets, I want her to go do whatever she want to do with it. And the thing about Medium Buddha is she's a planner. She's a planner. So she's already got the way she's going to divvy her money, how much she's going to save. It's just really interesting hearing her talking about going to work. She at work right now. My 16-year-old daughter is at work. She got her a good job too. Got her a good little summer job. I'm like, girl, I ain't getting no job like that until I was grown. And you little Cosby kid, like the good Cosby kids, not Pill Cosby. I'm talking about the Bill Cosby. There's Bill Cosby and Pill Cosby. I'm talking about Bill Cosby. So I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. The thing about Medium Buddha, I keep saying this. Whoever she works for, you getting a worker bee. You getting a worker bee. She is focused. She's intelligent. She's very, very pleasant to be around. Very nice to be around. And she will be an asset in whatever your business is. And we've already gotten a word from her current employer. That's exactly what they see. My wife and I are not surprised. We are not surprised. Now, Junior, this mofo, who knows? Little boys can go to the left, to the right, but something tells me he'll be okay. Tiffany writes, good morning, all. Queen Maxine writes, I made my sons pay something as a single parent, and they are doing great. Yeah, she's got some bills that like her phone. She's going to pay for her phone. Shit, you talking about $70 a month. Shit, I'll take that $70 and give me something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but something. Just put it in the bank. Hey, little one, that's Tabitha. That's awesome, Junior. Danita writes, I work mass doubles at Kings Island, got my first check. I already knew what I wanted to buy. I opened it up, ready to fight. Who the hell is FICA? And what are they taking and why are they taking all my money? Yeah, Medium Buddha's going to deal with that too. She's going to be like, oh yeah, I've calculated it. I work X amount of hours. I'm making X amount of dollars per hour. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Oh, I'm making X. I ain't even told her yet. Because she's going to have to go through the same thing we all have to. You open that first check, like, it starts like, what is this? Who the fuck is FICA? I don't know them. I don't have a FICA card. Jesse writes, LOL. Bold Riding writes, it's just the beginning. Charles writes, Grand Risings, Nate in the choppers.
Get to the choppers!
Get to the choppers, man. Get to the choppers. Brandy writes, good morning, all. Happy Tuesday. It is a happy Tuesday. It's a tremendous Tuesday. I woke up super happy this morning, and I'm going to go to bed super happy tonight. Super happy. Great to be alive. Nat writes, good morning, or good Tuesday, choppers.
Get to the choppers!
Regina writes, good morning. Dale writes, good morning, Nate and the choppers.
Get to the choppers!
Politically Petty Podcast Show writes, morning, Nate and the choppers. Good morning to you. Queen Maxine writes, Madam Butterfly McQueen didn't go to college until the age of 64. One is never too old to be helpful and contributing to the grand risings. I agree. 100%. I don't give a damn how. Man, I seen this video the other day, right? This dude was 64 years old. He was doing bar work. So I'm doing a lot of body weight and bar work. I want to do all the exercises that are the most difficult. You know, I'm 6'4", so everything that's hard, that's what I'm doing. The hardest exercises, and I'm not talking about necessarily the most weight. I'm talking about the most difficult body weight exercises, burpees, whatever it is, that's what I'm doing, including bar work. Man, this 64-year-old dude was out there looking like Simone Biles. 64 looking like he from the 300. That's my goal. That's my goal. My goal is to be the same way, and you can do that. You're never too old to make nothing happen. The leader writes, if Trey gets hurt at practice, Billy tells him to put some dirt on it and walk it off. Sounds like a man after my own heart, Danita. With me, instant drama. He is at the age he doesn't want to cry in front of his friends, but it's still drama. I tell my kids the same thing. Rub some dirt on it. You'll be okay. It just happened with my son. It was near the end of the game. I think the little boy got frustrated and hit my boy on purpose, but what you want me to do about it, Junior? You know, this little boy's 6 years old. He's closer to your age than my age. Go put that work in. Come running over, tell me something. Daddy, what? What? Better get your ass back out there. I didn't curse at him. You better get your ass back out there. Let me take my glasses off. I'll show you what he was doing. He's like, my eye. I'm like, you look all, you okay. Can you see me? I was like, can you see me? He's like, yeah, you okay then. Get back out there. And I made his ass get back out there. Sniffling. Talking about he hit you with his hand. Don't you have a hand? Then what you gonna do with it? I'm gonna hit him back next time. Go ahead. I'm one of those parents. So do that. I much prefer. And again, all the parents like that. You can't. The kids come run up. Oh, the parents don't want to hear that. You better get your ass back out there. I hear showing weakness in public. We ain't doing that. You know how we are as people, as humans. I mean. Oh boy, you know how it is. That's right. Rub some dirt on it, kid. I've been telling my daughter that since she was born. I've been telling my son that. Daddy, I got a scratch. Rub some dirt on it. He was playing the other day. He was playing on, I think the game was Sunday, right? He trips on his own feet. Bust his knee. And I can see it. I yell out, boy, you better get up. You better get up. You know, like a dad do. He looking all around, get up and start running. You better get the hell up. You can't do that with us. His mama ain't going for that. We ain't going for that. Kush writes, good morning, Nate and the Mighty Choppers. Good morning to you. Danita writes, why would affordable housing equal anti-development? Two things can be true at the same time. We need and should have both. That's exactly. I think I challenged Black Rush on that. Like, you don't have to be anti-development because you are pro-affordable housing. And like I told him, I haven't really thought it all the way through, but why is it that we act like whatever makes money makes sense? Haven't we learned that's not true? Like from a community building standpoint, like if you're like a for-profit business, I get it. But even then, I think that you're going to spend money to create a positive culture in some cases. So it may not directly lead to the bottom line, but it might indirectly lead to the bottom line. It's the same thing with the development of the city. Maybe we need some spaces downtown, 1,200 square feet near the center of everything, and they're $500 a month. Maybe we need that. Maybe that would make for a better downtown Cincinnati. Yeah, sure. You can make more money. It's below market rate, but maybe for the overall good of the community, we need to preserve those kind of spots. I could make a strong argument. I could see that argument. So if that's what Greg Landsman was arguing for when he was on the radio, again, I didn't hear it, so I'm not going to comment on it too much, but it would be unfair to him. That makes sense to me. You should be a champion for the little guy. We need more champions for the little guy in Cincinnati. We don't have enough champions for the little guy. You know, when the big fish, I won't say any names, but when the big fish want to get something done, they got more champions than they need. So we need people that's going to, stand up for those that, may not have a lot of money and a big name and a whole lot of power and influence. We need more of that. Brent writes, Smitherman learned from Uncle Charlie Winburn by not running as a Republican. He's trying to get Democrat votes. Blacking at the front writes, good morning, great people. Bold Writing writes, ever since he been on council, it's been drama from the streetcar, mahoganies, gang of five text messages, just messy politics. I forgot about mahoganies. And oh, by the way, I love to see that sister doing well with the Creamalicious and starting new brands. I'm just so happy for Liz Rogers. I'll be honest with you. I felt so bad for that sister, man. I did. Because I hated what my city was doing toward her. And, you know, I love me some Kathy White Wilson, but Kathy White Wilson was dead wrong in that editorial piece that she wrote that was basically criticizing mahoganies. And her ass hadn't even went to the spot. I was pissed at Kathy. I might have told her about herself to her face because Kathy was strong constitution. She was like that. Good people. She don't give a damn what you think. Straight talking, straight to your face kind of person. That's the kind of person Kathy White Wilson is. And I know she's having some health issues. Hope she recovers. I really, really do. Because when she was doing that column, sidebar real quick, talk about Kathy Wilson. Pardon me. When she was doing that column, Your Negro Tour Guide and City Beat, she was blazing their ass. I love it. Was must see. It was must have reading for me on a weekly basis. It was one of the number one reasons why I was reading City Beat back then, because to read her column. And then she put it in book form. Matter of fact, I got the book behind me somewhere. I'm not sure where. Haven't read it in a while. She signed my copy and everything. I felt super dope and proud. And got a chance to interview her several times, man. Strong opinion. That's what I've learned about myself. I like people who are straight talkers, strong opinions, arrogant, if you want to call it that, maybe confident, and get shit doners. Those are the kind of people I like to be around. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of people I'm around on a regular basis. And I like it that way, because if not, then I'll just run the show. You know what I'm saying? I'll just do me. So I appreciate a person that speak their mind and speak up. Always. Always. I may not like it at first. I'll be honest with you. I might be like, who you think you're talking to? But if real is real, typically speaking, I like to say this about myself. I grow and get better. Simple as that. Mofos say something to me I don't like, I think about it. Yeah, they got a point. I come back. You right. Let me see. Nat writes, I need to hear that tape when Smitherman cussed out the developer on the buzz. Classic Smitherman. Cuss out the developer on the buzz. I don't remember that. I thought Smitherman did some interesting shows. He definitely had a following when he was on the buzz. And that was back when he was trying to fake be cool with me, but I could see right through it. Again, if you spend a lot of time with me, I'll tell people, my radar screen just starts reading. I just start reading and calculating and just collecting information and how you react to this, that, and the other. That's why I'm such a good poker player. When I retire, I'm doing poker. I'm good at it because I'm good at card games and I'm good at reading people. I don't need a whole lot of time. Just look, my wife hates it. She hates the shit out of it. But she does the same thing with me, though. She be reading me like a book. I'll be like, I wish you would stop reading me. But those are the pros and cons of long-term relationships. Let me see. Kamika writes, where was the black power for mahoganies? Good point, sis. Dale writes, it sounds like he'll play both ends against the middle. I think that's exactly what Smitherman would do. And in any way am I trying to dissuade people from voting for that brother? If you feel like he's the right candidate, do whatever you got to do. This is just one man's personal opinion. Take it for whatever it is. At the same time, I'm always open to be moved. So like I said, hopefully I get a chance to interview Smitherman. He might say some stuff. I'm like, you know what? This man make a lot of sense. And I'll say that. Because I like, my responsibility that I take really seriously is to be fair. I want to be fair, in my analysis. And if I wasn't, y'all be listening to me like Nate on some dumb ish. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's a good idea, it's a good idea. If it's a dumb idea, it's a dumb idea. I don't care about the party lines. I don't care about like people, don't like people. If you're an elected official, I'm judging you by the merit and the weight of your ideas and your ability to put them into place and how you interact with the public and nothing else. It ain't about no friends. It ain't about personality. It's about, are you going to do what's right for the people? Period. That goes for Democrats. It goes for Republicans. It goes for charter right. It goes for independents. Whether I know you, don't know you, don't like you, it makes no difference. When it comes to this show and the way I want to talk about and approach things, I'm going to give everybody equal access. Everybody. And I'm gonna go hard at everybody. You know, if somebody say some dumb ish, I'm going to challenge them. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to ask them, do you know what you're talking about? Right? If it sounds like they need to go read, I'm gonna tell them you need to go read, bro. And if they come in here and they make perfect sense, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? I can hear what you say. I feel you on this. Makes sense. And that's what you get from me. And hopefully that can be valuable in some way. Jerome writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers.
Get to the chopper!
Get to the Choppers. Get to the Choppers. Get to the Choppers. Danita writes, Aries are natural leaders. We try to show you why we are right on everything. Oh, Danita's an Aries too? Oh, that's you, sis. Danita ain't stopping. She don't give a damn what you got to say. She gonna say her piece, and it is what it is. And she gonna do her homework. I had no problem with it. Black Russia writes, Kev on the Sailor speaking truth. Don't play with a black man's wife. Hashtag alt middle. Nobody was playing with his wife at all. That's never the way I perceived it. It was some people that had a certain feelings about Smitherman. And again, I talk with a lot of people behind closed doors at the same time. And it wasn't just those two members of council that was asking, is Smitherman just using this? Now, if you think that's unfair, I completely can understand that. If you feel like that's a sensitive thing to make comments about, I completely agree with you. I do. If I was on city council, I wouldn't be texting nobody about no dumb shit like that. I don't got time for that. I'm trying to do the people's business, period. I don't got time to be commenting on, do I like you and do I think, you're using your wife's sickness for political gain? It wouldn't be me. However, I got to put things in their proper position and their proper place. And to me, as a citizen, I'm looking for kitchen table results. What are you delivering for me that's going to make my life day to day better? My children's lives day to day better? Make more money for me, right? That's what I'm thinking about. Anything other than that, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. Sister Iris writes, I know we aren't talking about another man's wife. Really, right, we were. She writes, see, there you go. He can't go a day without talking about or speaking my name. Point made. She writes, point made. Was he talking about Sister Iris? Man, leave Sister. I'm just trying to help you, brother. Listen to me. I'm trying to help you. That's not a good course of action. Bunky Bionic writes, Kev is bought and paid for. I dance for massa. I don't think Kev is bought and paid for. I don't think that at all about him. I take Kev for his word. I take everybody for their word. When I meet somebody, I don't really assign anything. I don't assume anything. People have told me things about people. I put that to the side. I judge people by how they interact with me and what I see. That's it. I ain't worried about what somebody else tells me and with this. I don't do any of that. So I think Kev is a new African American. If you don't know, he just became a U.S. citizen, black man, melanated man who was born in the UK. And I think he's super excited about it. And I like his excitement, Bunky. I do. Because we need that. I'm jaded. This whole African American thing, I take it for granted. I'll be honest with you. I take it for granted. I take everything I have for granted, like everybody else do. And so hearing somebody that's so enthusiastic, it's new to him, like he's really excited about voting and making a difference. I need that. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you need that new energy to just sort of like remind you and pep you up. Like life is good. We got possibilities. That's just me. The vice mayor told Mahogany's owner to her face, don't take a bad deal. Mahogany's owner takes a bad deal and couldn't pay sales tax in Ohio. Who was to blame? Business owner. Hashtag alt middle. The blame that I had for Smitherman as it relates to Mahogany's, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this brother without having him come on. I feel some kind of way about that. You know how I am. I don't want to keep talking about somebody locally without having them come on to speak for themselves. But we are where we are. I believe what you're saying is true to a point. I believe. However, that's not the infraction. The real problem, Black Russia, is that the vice mayor, Christopher Smitherman, went on a Bill Cosby type tour for like the next year, if not longer than that, on right-wing radio with non-black hosts, ishing on this sister, this black female entrepreneur. And I heard it for myself, and my mouth was wide open, and I knew what he was doing. He was using her to ingratiate himself with that audience. He was using Mahogany's and Liz Rogers as a way of telling all the good white people that listen to these radio stations that I's a good black, I's with you. I'm even willing to criticize her. And I thought it was reprehensible. I thought it was wrong, and it was ultimately unnecessary. And what it did is it created a very negative climate around Mahogany's. And I've never heard anybody do that with a business before. I've never heard an elected official, and there's already a deal that's put in place, signed and delivered, check is in hand. And you go on and 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 on, just ishing on the deal, not doing anything you can do to help it, just helping to create a negative climate around the business that's owned by a black woman. And we just supposed to act like that didn't happen? We just supposed to ignore that? That's just spilt milk? Hell no, man. That should be a part of the equation as we judge anybody. It wouldn't matter if it was Smith or anybody else. I thought it was wrong. And that's just it. That's just my thoughts on it. We can always agree to disagree. Let me see. G. Birch writes, somebody didn't take their meds. Danita writes, it was the slow collapse for me, and the Oscar goes to right. It was she just sort of laid down. Darlene writes, my first laugh of the day. That's great. I love delivering your first laugh of the day. That's beautiful. Yeah, I was muted for a second. Thank you. Charles writes, that was hilarious. Why did she do the slow fall to the floor? LOL. She is a child. She handled the situation like a child having a tantrum. She did. This is hilarious. Yes, it is. Charles writes, running up. That's when they catch that uppercut. Charles, you're so right about it. I think the sister played it right. She didn't get involved with her physically. I think that was the right thing to do. But there are some people that are built differently. And if you run up on that, they'll give you some latitude and give you some rope. And if you continue, they're going straight in your mouth. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a peaceful man. These are for enemies. If you're not my enemy, then I don't give you these. I reserve these for enemies. And I mean enemies, not somebody I got a disagreement about or some small shit. I'm not out here to take my brother out. I'm out here to support my brother. But there are people. There are people out there that play no games. No game. We all got them in my family. And what she did right there, they wouldn't have backed up 1 second. She would have got it as soon as she did the first little run up, it would have been straight to the chin. We've seen all the World Star videos. So if that would have been me, I would have backed up like her. I'll admit to you. You know me. I told you what I do. And I reserve it for enemies. If you're not my enemy, meaning you're trying to harm me or something like that, or kill me or something like that, I'll walk away. I'm not here for that. I'm just saying. Danita writes, she yelling away from me while she is running toward her right. Charles writes, is this at Kenwood? No, bro, I don't even think it's in Cincinnati, man. It's in a whole different state. Let me see if I can find out where it is. It's a whole different state of affairs. It's a whole different situation over there. And she lucky. She real lucky. Jenny writes, she needs to be quiet. My manager is talking in my other ear. I can't hear. LOL. That's hilarious. Oh, man. This Karen was worse than a lot of toddlers I've seen. Yeah. But just think about how 60 years, how that same behavior would have got one of us killed. Just think about that for a second, family. We laughing about it now because different times, you know what I'm saying? We most civilized, and black folks, they ain't gonna jump on you just because, well, they won't jump as you like they used to back in the day. Like if that same thing happened 60 years ago, 70 years ago, that black woman would have been done. She may not have even made it to the jail cell. There's cases where black people was pulled out of jail cells and lynched. We're going to try your ass right here and now, Blackie. So I think about that. Like, even when I'm laughing at it and finding the hilarity in it and things like that, I'm like, yo, this is so serious. So serious, man. Keisha writes, I lost a job because I was called a nigger. I wanted to knock his ass out, but I didn't. I lost my job. He still has his. What? Oh, yeah, they'll do that. Tabitha writes, she was tripping. Nat writes, they form like Voltron to protect the crazy lady shaking my damn head. Yeah, they do. Mika writes, my 5-year-old grandson is mocking her. Is that right? No, get her away from me. I'm telling you, I had an experience with a white woman who I had to videotape. Well, I had the audio tape. I wish I was videotaping. From moving forward, I videotape. Because video can get that good, is much more compelling. You get more clicks with video, and a mofo will lose their job real quick if they at the job acting behaving badly. You got them on video, but I was audio recording it. She got all mad, jumped up. I don't want to be recorded, she said. Got all bad. Like, I was like, don't come too close, sis. That's what I was thinking in my head. Got all mad and told us to leave her office. My wife and I looked at each other like, we out of here. We don't want to be talking to you no way. We out of here. Lack of self-control and professionalism. We go into the hallway, all the white folks huddle up with her. You okay? We the customers. We the customers. But that's how they do. Darlene writes, now playing the mental card to get the white woman off. BS, right? She's from New York. Tabitha writes, this is what messed up Rosewood. Yep. Danita writes, Mr. Officer, take this complaint. She tried to assault me, cuff her and stuff her. Where's Roscoe Pico train when you need him? She is hilarious. Tabitha writes, World Star. Nat writes, her name is Abigail Elphick. Abigail Elphick? Typed her up. Abigail Elphick. You're right about that. Thank you. Karen admits she had a tantrum because she didn't want to lose her job. People are calling her the get her away from me Karen, but her real name is Abigail Elphick. She is the millennial white woman who savagely attacked a Muslim Nigerian woman who was shopping in Victoria's Secrets at the Short Hills Mall in South Jersey for a pair of free panties. The video was posted by Ioma Ukinta. That's the woman's name. Props to Ioma. Thank you, Ioma, for that. I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate you. You made the show today. You helped make my day. I love it. I'm here for all of that. So apparently she did all of that. Miss Elphick did all of that. Quote, Miss Elphick seemed to acknowledge that she was wrong, saying she was concerned about losing her job and apartment if the video posted online. That's why you gotta tape. I'm telling you, they might act tough in the morning, in the moment. I said morning, but in the moment, like if you're on a job, let's say you're a customer and you're dealing with a Karen. Some Karen's gonna be all big with it. I don't care. Record they ass because they care. Trust me. Just do this. Now I keep telling people. Some people will try to snatch your phone out your hand and break it to the ground. Some people get in your face. Some people yell at you. Some people will ask you to leave. It's a lot of different stuff that people might try to do. A lot of different stuff that people might try to do. So just get prepared for it. But you got every right. When you're in public, you can record anything you want to, including private citizens. The courts have determined that when you're in public, you have no you have no expectation of privacy. That means that somebody won't record you. The moment you go in public, your ass can be recorded. Period. You can go to the Kroger store today, and the person next to you can do just like this. And you might get upset. You might not like it. To me, it wouldn't make me a difference. I'd be like, shit, send me a link. Give me. This is my good side. Give me on my good side. I don't care. Makes no difference to me. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm in public, because I already know what it is. You know, you don't have any expectation of privacy in that way. So get that phone out and record them. And when you do, you let me know and tell me if it don't work. It's going to work like a charm. Bunky writes, whoa, wow, she went straight to first grader. She did. Tabitha writes, her commentary was on point. Now she needs to file charges and add something on Karen's record. I would file charges on her. I would call to the police, and whatever charges I could file, I would file to the furthest extent of the law. And the reason why I would do that is not about me. I swear to you, I would do this, people. I would do it to the extent of the law, and I would do it for the next person. Because I would teach Karen that when you do things like that, there's consequences to it. I haven't eaten out and don't really do a whole lot of eating out, like here and there. But when I do, if I have bad service, I go as far with it. If I have to do a video selfie and send it to the CEO, I will do multiple things. I'll hit him up on Twitter. I'm gonna do an in-store action report. I'm gonna call corporate. I'll call the news. I'll post about it. I'll go to Facebook. I'll go to Instagram. I'm gonna do everything. And not for me. I'm gonna do it for the next person. So the next person don't have to deal with that nonsense. Rika B writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Rika. Jesse writes, I saw that video of the 64-year-old man. You did? Dude was on some, man, he was putting in bar work. That's my goal right there. That's what I want to be able to do. That bar, if you master that bar, you on point. And I'm gonna master it. Watch what I tell you. I will not stop until I reach my goals. Period. I will not stop until I reach my goals. Nothing will stop me. Nothing can stop me. Period. That's the attitude I have. That's the attitude we got to have when we dream chasing. Got to make it happen. No matter, I don't care what's the hardship. I don't care what the unforeseen obstacle is. I will not stop. Period. Let me see. Alicia writes, has white fragility and self-victimization been studied? Question mark. Notice the store clerks asked the black woman to stop recording and leave the store. I did notice that. They are being studied right now. I did. Sister Iris writes, how many restaurants went out of business that was on the banks? Great question, sis. A lot of them. Because the banks was a bad investment. That's why I don't want to hear this shit about Liz Rogers. Liz Rogers was doing the banks a favor, not the other way around. I said it back then, I'm saying it now. Because Hamilton County and the city of Cincinnati at that point had not invested enough on the banks to make it a destination outside of the two stadiums. It was a bad investment. It was a risky investment that a few pioneer entrepreneurs, including Liz Rogers, decided to take on. But the county and the city should have put more attractive things down there so that when people go down there for the other things, they're like, oh, I'm hungry. Let me go to Mahogany's. A lot of businesses failed because it wasn't the best place. I'm just saying. Sister Iris writes, we have heard Liz Rogers time and time again. That isn't true. The city didn't hold up its end of the bargain, and she was being attacked on a daily by him and the Inquirer, hundreds of stories. That's my recollection. And I thought it was unfair. If I thought it was fair, I would say so. If I thought, okay, yeah, they got a point, I would say so. I thought it was completely unfair. And Liz Rogers was used by Smitherman in his attempts to ingratiate himself with the 755 KRC audience. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a black man going to that audience, you got to take him some meat. The meat that he took him was Liz Rogers. And that's how I feel about it. And if I ever get a chance to interview him, I'm going to challenge him on that. He's going to have to answer some questions on that with me. Now, other people won't bring that up. With me, we're going to start right there. Bruh. Liz Rogers. And I got the tapes. I got the recording still of him actually doing. I recorded all that shit, man. We don't play no games. The Lamidio writes, Glenn is an a-hole. Sister Iris writes, now we see what she can do. Ice cream across the country, restaurant in Sharonville, and about to open another one. Thank you, Sister Iris. You so right. People, like, I'm not saying that there weren't some issues that happened in the restaurant. It's going to happen in any restaurant. But people tried to make it seem like this black woman was a bad entrepreneur, and I wasn't having it. We're not doing that. Now we see she's not on the banks. She going worldwide. I mean, she working with Magic Johnson. I just saw her in a photograph with somebody big time. I'm like, bravo, I love it. So it wasn't that Liz Rogers was a bad entrepreneur. It's just that it was a bad situation. And people like Christopher Smitherman made it so much worse. If he felt as if from a financial perspective there was a risky business, he should say that. But then go on with your business. The whole landed on thick, we need another layer. No, we need another layer of BS. I think we need one more layer of BS. I mean, come on, yo. We doing that to each other? I'm never doing that. Unless it's justified. And if it's justified, y'all ain't gonna have no problem with me doing it. Bunky writes, Slitherman ished on Mahogany's on the daily. He gets what he gets. He did. And I heard people was like, go turn on the radio, Nate. I turn on the radio. I'm listening. My brain is blown. I'm like, bro, that was 9 months ago. You still doing this? Not me, man. Everybody different. Sister Iris writes, she was in Forbes magazine. Really? Beautiful. I love it. Keep doing what you do, sis. I love it. I hope she go international. I hope she become the biggest minority ice cream brand that was ever built. That's what I hope for her. Because of the way this city treated her. I'm still pissed about it. But listen, folks, that's my time. I got to make a move. I really appreciate you. We got to a late start today. It wasn't on me. I have family shit I got to take care of. Some came up about 7:15. I had everything all set up. Some came up about 7:15. It took my attention. It took me until about 9 o'clock to deal with that and then to deliver a show to you, which I have done. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, before we roll, remember our motto. Say it with me. Say it with me, y'all. What's the motto? Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. So stay focused and stay winning. And we'll talk real soon. Until next time, I'm Nate Ivy, and I'm out.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand. Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, I might tell them it's nothing. In the discussion, got them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you all my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, show mode, showboat, roll.